The Texas U.S. Senate race is now set for November, and Democratic candidate James Talarico brought his campaign with a stop in Nacogdoches. Thanks for joining us. I'm Dan Millay. In Nacogdoches is where we find CBS 19's Robert De La Garza, who's joining us live as Talarico makes his bid to East Texas voters. Robert, how are we doing out there?
Yeah, that's right, Dan. I mean, this was an absolutely packed house here. I mean, we're talking about hundreds of supporters for Talarico here at the Austin Hall in Nacogdoches in his second stop in the People versus Ken Paxton campaign. And this comes just days after Attorney General Ken Paxton secured his Republican primary runoff against longtime Senator John Cornyn on Tuesday.
Are you ready to take back Texas? Are you ready to beat Ken Paxton?
Tonight, Talarico touched on affordability, saying people aren't able to afford simple things. We're talking about groceries, gas, while also hitting on public education, and honed in on what he called a broken political system. We talked earlier tonight about the back and forth these two candidates have already had going on social media. He took aim at Paxton tonight, touching on some of those heated exchanges between the two.
And this is the playbook of puppet politicians like Ken Paxton. They stay in power by dividing us on culture war issues, so we don't recognize that they are picking our pockets. They're closing our schools, they're gutting our health care, they're cutting taxes for themselves while they raise taxes on all of us. And I think Texans are done with those games. They realize we're being played, and they're ready to come together, get rid of these culture war fights, and focus on pocketbook issues.
So would you still... He went on to say his campaign was focused on serving the people and not serving himself. I spoke with supporters this evening who said they were drawn to his message on education, ethics in government, and his fresh approach to politics. Let's listen in.
I just know everything that I hear him say makes me trust that he's got our best interest and that he's not looking out for anyone but us.
Positive morals. He comes across as a good, genuine human being, and you can feel it in the way he talks and the way he addresses people.
The event marked Talarico's first campaign stop in East Texas since winning the Democratic primary, as he looks to build momentum heading into the general election. So Talarico's tour will continue tomorrow in San Antonio. This is part of his five-city stop tour in his campaign, and it's something that this campaigns will closely be watching, as this is a heated race moving towards the U.S. Senate seat in November. Reporting in Nacogdoches, I'm Robert De La Garza.
Robert, thanks so much. Safe trip home.